Welcome to Stream Queen, where we take binge watching way too seriously. Here's your quick take for the week. After a 2-year wait, Season 4 of The Witcher was released last month on Netflix. I'll be doing a deep dive on the new season in my next video, so stay tuned. I'll have a lot to say about the whole Cavill Hemsworth situation. Also on Netflix is the second season of Nobody Wants This, but trust me, you do want this. This rom-com should definitely be on your watch list. It's so entertaining, so funny, and the characters are surprisingly relatable. Great for a girls' night or a make my boyfriend watch with me so he understands me better night. If you're in need of a medical drama that doesn't come off like a soap opera, no offense to Shonda Rhimes, I love her and everything she's ever made. The Pitt, released earlier this year on HBO Max, is an excellent watch. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this one. It has a talented cast, great writing, and if you're the type of person that overanalyzes every scene of a medical drama and thinks to yourself, that would never happen in real life, then rejoice because this series does a great job at sticking to reality, for the most part. Season 2 is set to premiere next month, so if you start watching it now, you won't have to wait that long for the new season. Also not too recently released, but 100% worth the watch is Dexter Resurrection on Paramount Plus Showtime. For fans of the original series, Dexter Resurrection did an unbelievable job of matching the tone, the dark humor, and the magic that was Dexter back in the early 2000s. In addition to bringing back some cast members from the original series, which I'll let you discover on your own, they brought in Uma Thurman, Peter Dinklage, Neil Patrick Harris, and Eric Stonestreet as cast members for this one. If you love Dexter, trust me, you will not be disappointed. If you need some sci-fi in your life and you haven't seen it yet, Fallout on Prime should be on the top of your list. This post-apocalyptic series is set about 200 years after a nuclear war takes place, in which some survived underground in fancy fallout shelters, and others, who were not so lucky, survived on the surface in the radioactive wastelands that remained. A girl ventures out to the surface after her home underground is attacked, and as you might have guessed, mayhem ensues. Inspired by the popular video game franchise, this series has everything: drama, humor, sci-fi, and the best part about it, it has Walton Goggins, who is extremely entertaining as always. Season 2 is getting ready to drop in a few weeks, so get caught up while you can. Some more options if you're looking for something to rewatch or even watch for the first time. Celebrating its 25th anniversary is Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO Max. If you're in need of a ridiculous, laugh out loud, and completely inappropriate comedy series, this is it. I always describe this series as Seinfeld on 100, minus the censorship. This dude, Larry David, he has no filter. It's hilarious. Some people might get offended with his brand of humor, so it's not for the sensitive people out there. Although I always caution new viewers, the first few seasons are a little blah, a little hard to get through. But you will be eternally grateful for this one if you stick to it. Larry David is a comedic genius, period. I wish he was my friend. Oldie but goodie, Game of Thrones is also streaming on HBO Max, and this may be my favorite series of all time. Yes, Game of Thrones is famous for ruining an epic series with a crap ending, much like Dexter. But after rewatching the series a few times, I realized, screw the ending, it doesn't take away from the epicness of the series. The opening credits, the theme song, even hearing the theme song does something to my soul. It's one of my favorites of all time. Love it. The writing, the acting, the visual effects are epic in Game of Thrones, and somehow they managed to recreate the same magic in House of the Dragon, also streaming on HBO Max. This series takes place a few hundred years before Game of Thrones, when the biggest, baddest dragons were still around and plentiful. Obviously, it's a new storyline and a new cast of actors, but what a story and what a cast. Heads up, the new GOT spinoff, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, is due to be released in January, followed by Season 3 of House of the Dragon in mid-2026. Currently, I'm rewatching one of my all-time favorite comfort shows, Supernatural, which, by the way, will soon be leaving Netflix. In this sci-fi fantasy horror dramedy, two brothers road trip across the country hunting monsters, ghosts, witches, werewolves, demons, and angels, to name a few, for 15 whole seasons, all while facing their own personal demons. It's a little campy, a little soap opera-ish at times, a lot of humor, and tons of mythology references. I'll admit, not the greatest first season, but if this is your jam, stick with it. It gets really good. Everything I want in a series. I legit cried while watching the series finale for the first time. I really have a problem with emotional attachment to fictional characters, but whatever, dude. I don't care. It's who I am. It's who I am. A new series I'm currently watching and loving? It. Welcome to Derry on HBO Max. So stay tuned for that review in the near future. Tell me in the comments what you're currently watching or obsessing over, or which series or movie you'd like a stranger's opinion on, and I will happily oblige. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly reviews and commentary so you don't have to deal with the infinite scroll all by yourself. Till next time, happy streaming.